again, they started with Cody, the big star, opening up a network program, Fox Network. And the story is simple. Can he bring an end to the 929-day reign of the champion Roman Reigns and finish his story and win the title for his daddy? And this is the best thing that WWE has done in years because it's real and people can tell it applies just to Cody. It's not something that writers came up with and then picked the guy off the roster that they were going to put in the deal. And he again did a great promo where he's got the utmost respect for Roman Reigns and he looks forward to beating him at WrestleMania. But he doesn't want to talk about somebody. He wants to talk to somebody. And Cody calls out Kevin Owens. And if you know, they milked the music a little bit like he wasn't going to come out. And if you notice when he came out, he ain't getting a reaction like he was. Because remember, we've said they're starting to get a little pissed that he's been so petulant and stubborn.
They were running out of time. They had to do this.
Yeah.
They had to do this.
Well, I mean, and the timeline was here also, but the people were starting to be impatient. But then Cody says, well, hey, this is a conversation between three people. And he brings out Sami. And, if only somebody could have predicted this. Cody Rhodes is the peacemaker to bring Sami and Owens together. And I'm not even being a smartass because anybody who understands anything about wrestling would have known that this was going to happen pretty immediately, which is why I said it. Because that's the only way they could have done it. But again, Cody puts over Owens and how much Owens helped him when he quit the WWE to go out on his own. But why don't we have the conversation? And basically, Sami pleads his case with Owens. We've done horrible things to each other. We've always come back together. Scream at me, punch me, do what you need to do so we can get back together and do this, together. And Cody tells him it's what the fans want, them back together. It's, we're in the service industry here, pleasing the people. And Sami said, we can be the ones that bring down the ones. And then Owens turns him down and walks out again. And I thought, boy, something better happen here because either that or he needs to join the bloodline because these people are about to shit all over Kevin Owens. And they go to the break. And when they come back, even in the parking lot, Sami stops him in the parking lot, said, you're wrong. We are friends. We're brothers. I love you. That's all I want to say. Just I love you and we'll always be friends and brothers. And Owens drives off on him. So they've built it perfectly, but I knew at that point something had to go on or elsewise, Owens has gone off the cliff to where they're like, well, fuck him then. Find somebody else, right? But this was great.
This was great. You kind of knew he would come back in one way or another, but even though you knew that, it didn't take away from it. Sometimes the simple thing and the right thing is just the right thing and the simple thing to do. Between the in-ring thing, and I thought Cody was great, and for a second there, I thought he was going to call out Roman and not Kevin Owens. Calls out Kevin Owens. They had to settle this all tonight. The thing backstage with him and Sami outside, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And Sami Zayn has been so good throughout this thing, but Kevin Owens' facial reactions, the way he reacted to all this was really great too. And these guys they're all hitting the high marks right when they need to.
And they got it percolating and we've got 2 weeks. So
have they done enough, you think, to, how do I word this? Not let any of the stuff with Sami and Owens, or specifically with Sami, take away from Cody's run at the title?
Yes, because that's the overriding thing. Even if they're not talking about that match, they're reacting to something that's going on as a result of that match, or that all the pieces are coming into place where not only is the focus on the main event for the title, but also what happens with the rest of the bloodline and who's going to be responsible for neutralizing them so that Cody can accomplish the mission. It's all important, even if it's not, each individual involved in every segment. I think also, again, the fact that Cody is the one to try to talk sense into both of them and show that he wants them together and that he's not trying to win something for himself and take it away from Sami, but that he endorses them being friends and them in the fight. That's prevented people from going, well, why ain't Sami getting the push? And, the thing they did with Batista and Bryan Danielson years ago. So, I think they've done, again, like I said, and as we'll find out here later on at the end of the program, things happen. But now the Owens has been just a little petulant. He better fucking change his mind pretty soon. But
do you remember how he debuted in the company? I thought about it during this whole thing.
Owens?
Yeah.
I do not.
Sami Zayn won the NXT championship, and they had a big celebration. Pat Patterson was in the ring, Montreal guy. And it was the night that Owens debuted in NXT. He was out there celebrating, hugging, and then he immediately turned on Sami to start things. So when they say that they've had issues going back to the beginning, quite literally in terms of their WWE career or careers, since the moment he got there, they've been having their issues. So something I thought about.
Well, we couldn't stop them from wrestling each other in Ring of Honor. They wanted to fight in the parking lot for free, just anything, so they can do their stuff. Anyway,